Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we're going to be going over Sephora recommendations for the upcoming sale. I'll have the information right here over my face so that you will know what the dates are, what you get, in case you don't know. I know that many of you are going to say that you don't care about the Sephora sale event because their discount is actually pretty low when you think about it, and that Ulta has a far better reason to shop. And I don't disagree, but some things you can't buy at Ulta. And if you're like me, you're going to get those things during this event because some discount is better than no discount, right? Please do, though, look at the brands of the things that you want, websites, during this, because many times they will fight Sephora during this event for your business and offer better deals. Weigh out your shipping options, too, because if you're like me, it might still be a better deal to shop at Sephora because of the free shipping. Note that, again, the Sephora collection, which has some pretty awesome stuff in it, is going on through the entire event regardless of your status for 30% off, and that can be quite a deal. The event kicks off on April 14th for Rouge members and runs through the 24th. Rouge members get 20% off. VIBs and insiders can start buying on April the 18th through the 24th with their discounts, which is 15% for VIB and 10% for insiders. I'd like to thank you for building your cart and then purchasing your products using my links in advance, and for everything else that you guys do that helps my channel. We'll start with the one that is the most obvious. If you've been here any length of time, you know I'm going to tell you. La Base Pro. I personally, at 61, love silicone. I love silicone primers. I also love the Mercier Pure Canvas. This one is illuminating. This one is not. But they're a more moisturizing kind of thing. I use the illuminating one on the outskirts of my face. I will use this one here typically because I'm extra. Okay, I will put this in the center of my face and over my pores. This liquid silk canvas from Tatcha is in the wasted basket this month, so I almost forgot to tell you about it. I love this, but I don't like the one that is solid that you take a little disc with. I don't like that one, but this one here I really, really like. This one's good, so good. And then there is the Natasha Denona Hygiene Skin Glass. It is real pearly. It sets down and becomes a primer, but it's got good skincare benefits in it. I'm going to jump to setting spray now because I sometimes use the setting spray as a primer and then also set with it. And if you're going to Sephora, you're going to get a setting spray. Don't mess with anything else. Just go right for this. This, for me, does what they always said that this would do. If you don't recognize the bottle, what I'm telling you that you should get is the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. The other one that I'm showing you, in case you don't recognize its bottle, is MAC Fix Plus. You know how they said, oh, it takes away the cake. It does. No, I use this stuff with pigments for my eyes. I don't spray this on my face because it just doesn't do it, but this does. So, you know, just bypass everything else and get this. Anything in the Tint Idole line from Lancome. We have Care and Glow. That's what I'm wearing today. We have Tint Idole UltraWear, and we have the stick. I would classify them all as medium to full coverage, depending on how much you put on. This is a matte finish. This is more dewy. It's called Care and Glow. All of these foundations handle powder extremely well, whether that's Lancome or not, but this is just a little bit too dry for me in the winter months. So I keep this one for the summer time when I've got my own oils going. And I love this in the fall and the winter. And this is an everyday. Starting with this stick, there are things that I'm going to show you, mainly from Lancome, but a few from Mercier that exist on the brand website and other websites. But for some reason, when I looked up the links, they aren't just out of stock. It's like they're not being sold at Sephora anymore. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if the products maybe don't do as well selling at Sephora or not, but like this stick was half off a few days ago and now it's completely gone, as if they're not going to bring it back. And I know it's not been discontinued because I talked to Lancome after a few of you expressed concerns to me that Tint Idole foundation was going to be discontinued. I contacted Lancome and found out that nothing except the blur stick from the Tint Idole line is being discontinued. And now they have reformulated Tint Idole UltraWear, and I do intend to pick that up so that I can compare the old formulation to the new. But none of these products that I'm showing you are being discontinued. It's just disappearing from Sephora for some unknown reason. However, I will put brand links below just in case you want to check out the products that aren't at Sephora anymore and see if they're running a pretty good deal against Sephora. If you are the person who just likes to cover a little bit, you don't really want a whole mask of foundation on, this is a lovely, beautiful stick. And I find that on the everyday, I'm satisfied with this. This video would be kind of stupid if I didn't tell you about HAUS Labs. I love this. Now I have this in 160, I think it's light neutral. Just a hair off for me. Definitely read your descriptions, but this is a beautiful foundation. A few brands have taken to incorporating foundations website into their foundation pickers so that you can figure out what kind of shade you would wear, and I would highly suggest you do that by going to foundation.com and plugging HAUS Labs in against a foundation that you already know what you wear and is a good match for you, so that you can get a heads up here, because this is the only brand that I know of who is actually in Sephora stores where you go in there and there's like 2, maybe 3 or 4 if you're lucky, shades in there. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but yeah, this is a brand that you're going to have to try and figure out what your shade is, and there's a good chance you're probably going to have to take it back if you don't get something like this to help you figure it out. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. This is one of these foundations that just really makes you look good and natural. So skin-like. So beautiful. Believe it or not, Beauty Blender actually came up with a foundation, aka skin tint, I think looks exactly like skin. Put it on with a Beauty Blender or a beauty sponge, and it's like runny with a dropper. I don't typically like droppers, but this stuff looks super good. I have the Lancome Tint Idole. This is excellent. Like I said, it's that whole Tint Idole line. The only thing I don't like about this is its actual applicator sponge, which does a good job, but it flips concealer everywhere because it's, see? It just did it. That's the only critique that I have for this. Other than that, it's wonderful. I buy it in 2 shades. I buy 1110 and 090. I like to have that option. One that is my shade and one just a shade lighter. The Giorgio Armani Power Fabric. I love this applicator, this formula. It's lightweight. It's not dry. I like my concealers to be emollient enough that it looks dewy, not dry, but dry enough that it sets itself. If I go lightly, I don't have to really set either one of these. Now it will crease a little later, but I am content doing this and just tapping it back out rather than put powder under my eyes. I love this one from Dior Backstage. What I love so much about this one is this little tiny brush. I have like one little spot right here under each eye. I don't really need to go everywhere with a concealer, and this one lets me paint with this little brush the thinnest little line of this, and it is kind of a thicker formula than the Lancome or Giorgio Armani, and I can just tap it and it'll just stay right there in place. YSL Touche Eclat Radiant Touch Pen. This is technically a concealer, but I don't use it for that. This has light reflecting properties in it, and it works really good if you just have a tiny bit that you need to cover. Just click this on the end and it comes out. But what I use this for is to clean up under my brows and tap out the top of my eyeshadow. Love it. But Laura Mercier might be the queen of concealing. There are 3 different things here that I use and love from them. So this here is the Flawless Fusion, flexible and bendy on the doe foot. It's real cushy, and you can just put the tiniest bit on and then blend that out. A long time ago, Laura Mercier sent me these. When I run out, you bet your sweet bippy I will purchase these because they are fantastic. fantastic. These are the Secret Camouflage in the sticks. I like to take this with me just in case. One end of them has like a brightener on it and the other end has concealer. Now I have it in cool and neutral. That's why I have two of these sticks. You can just go like this and tap that baby where you need it to go. Very convenient for the eyes, a touch up if you need to on your face. But this is the queen when it comes to spots on your face. I don't necessarily go under my eyes with this. The Secret Camouflage, after I've done all my makeup, I will come in here, get a little bit of this and tap down over spots that the foundation doesn't cover. I need this. And if you have any hyperpigmentation on your face or zits or whatever that you want to camouflage, you need that too. If you have a pink undertone like I do, then you might prefer Lancome's Long Time No Shine. So of the loose powders that I have here, this one is probably my favorite. But Laura Mercier runs right up under it. Laura Mercier takes up 3 slots here. We have the original cult classic, but after spending 30 days with this one, this is the Ultra Blur. I probably would tell you to get this one if you're like me and you have just a little tiny bit of an issue with the undertone of that one. I would get this one for sure. Light Catcher comes in 3 shades. Just in case you don't know what Light Catcher is and you've never used Lancome's Absolute powders, this is what I would classify as a finishing luminous powder. Think about Hourglass Luminous powders as if they were a loose powder, and this would be maybe a little more intense, but like that finish. I don't use these to go over my face, under my eyes, or anything like that, though they do bill them as being able to do that. My favorite is Celestial Light because it's the lightest one. This one here is somewhere between Lancome's Peche and Golden. So I highly recommend these powders from Laura Mercier, and that ain't even all of them. They got a brightening one that, girlfriend, other ones over here, I feel like I gotta mention them because they're great powders, and I don't want you to think that I only like Lancome and Laura Mercier. Huda Beauty. This powder in Cupcake is the one that I use. It does a great job of blurring out your pores or any imperfections on your skin and making it look just like a really smooth canvas. The difference between this powder and the ones I just told you about is this is a powder I don't put on with a brush. I just think it looks better with a damp sponge. Also want to mention the Nars Crystal. Fantastic under eye. You see how this is hardly there. And it has light reflecting properties to it. So it's really a nice powder for under your eyes. Just take a really fluffy brush, get some, put it on the back of your hand, and then tap it onto your concealer. Really nice. If I'm going to use a powder underneath my eyes, I like it to be this one. And I'm finishing on this powder because I loved it years ago, and then I put it away, and then I forgot how much I loved it. And I've been trying it again with my Wasted and Glitzy Fritzyville basket, and I can't seem to stop. I just love, as a finishing powder, Hourglass. This one here is in Mood Light, and I have Luminous Light in the Wasted basket right now. Dim is really nice too, and ethereal, and oh, I love my Hourglass powders. Guys, the sale is when you pick up these. I pretty much stick with a few brands over there. I do, however, love Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadows. But if I'm looking for luxury eyeshadow at Sephora that I want to buy and, you know, save some money, I recommend wholeheartedly every single time I do one of these videos, Tom Ford, in particular, Nude Dip. I think every woman needs this, especially if you're older. You know, this lasts a good long time. You don't need very much of it. Luxury eyeshadows just kind of blend themselves out, and you don't hardly, I mean, how can you get a bad look with it? Another brand is Natasha Denona, but I'm very selective of what Natasha Denona I want. So I have a few of these that I tend to forget about, but I'll tell you what, if you like doing nude looks, this is my favorite all-time Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, is the Face Glam and Light. It's a good everyday. It's got your blush, your highlighter, and an everyday kind of eye. I'll always tell you guys about the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks because they're so easy, fast, and you just out the door. You could even do your makeup on the go if you needed to. I mean, they're just fantastic. This one is in Cocoa. This is probably Moonstruck or something like that. Moonlight. I mean, look, I've got my eye pretty much in those two. I think this one might be Moonlight Extreme. Yeah, it's intense Moonlight. I obviously like Moonlight. So, you know, there you go. Gorgeous, beautiful, and these are not bad. I don't hear anybody talking about them. They are a drier formula, but if you want a no-nonsense nude eye, I think that Give Beauty kind of has you covered here. So I have them all. I have Danger Zone, Simple Kind of Life, Rich Girl, and Just a Girl. And my favorite one is actually Simple Kind of Life. Look. So, you know, pick you up this one and Moonlight from Laura Mercier Caviar Stick, and there you go. This one here is Just a Girl. This one is Rich Girl. This is Danger Zone. I don't like that shade right there with all of its glitter in it, but the other three are good. Not luxury, but no nonsense, affordable, neutral kind of looks. There's only one eyeliner over there that I covet, want, and it is from Give Beauty. It's Spiderwebs. That's the black one. It's the only one that I've found that stays in my water and tight line. Is really creamy. I love that pencil. I miss it so bad. Other ones that I recommend at Sephora are Charlotte Tilbury. Now this is not for your water or tight line, but this is the classic one is just really beautiful in a brown shade, which I'm really loving these days. I'm loving brown. Any Sephora collection eyeliner, this one is a green. I've got a lot of these. So those are really good. And two Lancome pencils. We got Le Stilo, which Le Stilo I don't like for my water or tight line, but I love it to put on the outside here and take the little smudger and smudge it out. And then we have the Liquid Drama Pencil 24 hour. This one is also in a brown. I think it's French chocolate. This one here will go in your waterline and tight line. It does a pretty decent job. The Makeup by Mario is real creamy, goes in, will stay for a little bit, but ultimately it does come out. Urban Decay, our classic, you know, the 24-hour glide pencils. They've got so many interesting colors and they're beautiful. They do not last in the water or tight line though, is why I don't use them more. I'm gonna say Give Beauty Most Def. I have that one right there, but I don't want to get it because it looks kind of grody. But I like the way it's shaped. And because of the way it's shaped, I think it does a really good job. If you like Benefit pencils, then I would recommend Precisely My Brow and Goof Proof. I like both of those. Charlotte makes a kick butt little brow cheat pencil that is really good. And if you factor in that you can buy the refill, then I think that it's as an affordable pencil. I like the Kosas one, but the Kosas one, is it called Brow Pop? That one you better buy and use. Don't put it aside. Okay, because it will go bad. Another brow product is the 24-hour Brow Setter by Benefit. You knew I was going to say this. This one's unopened. I'm not going to open it because I have to use something else that's in the wasted basket this month, but I love this. Caloray, Come Hell or High Water. It's a tubing mascara. I'm not going to show you its wand because I don't want to open this yet, but this is a fantastic tubing mascara. Of course, Cils Booster. Don't look how nasty that is. From Lancome, Cils Booster XL Kick Butt Primer. Best primer. Best one. Better than Dior even. And two Lancome mascaras, though not my favorite anymore. It used to be this one. Hypnose Drama, until I found the Lash Idole, and I don't have one of those. The Hypnose Drama wand is kind of a slight like S bristle brush. The name for this suits it. Drama. Yeah, gives you a little drama. I'm actually wearing this mascara today. I love Lancome Hypnose Drama, but like I said, Lash Idole stole my heart. It has everything, and I don't have it right now. I'm going through other mascaras. I will get that again. The Lancome mascara that I will purchase in the future, unless I get rid of it, is Lash Idole, because it has it all. It has the curl, it has the length, it has the volume, it has everything. And when you pair it with this, and then, of course, a staple is Lancome Definicils. This is a traditional mascara. It's got a traditional bristle wand. It's got a traditional, beautiful, lengthened, long, not bulky. Okay, this is your everyday mascara, girls. Lancome Definicils. So yeah, those are my mascara picks. Let's move into bronzers, and I have 5. This one's an old-time favorite I always forget to talk about. I just picked it up again recently because I forgot how much I loved it. And I'll tell you what, I was telling my BFF from high school, we were shopping, and I said, I don't need it, but I just want it back. It smells like chocolate, and if you're putting it on and you're talking, it'll get in your mouth and taste like chocolate too. So that's an oldie but goodie. You guys would call me a liar straight to my face if we didn't talk about Charlotte Tilbury. We have the Airbrush one. I have it in the fair. And recently, I mean, I always said that I didn't like this one as well as this or the Hollywood filter. But recently, after spending 30 days in the wasted box with this cream one, I love that too. In fact, just do this and set it with this. Oh my gosh, bronzer goodness. Also through the wasted in Glitzy Fritzyville basket and spending 30 days with the Patrick Ta duo. Honey. Look at the big dip in that. That contour bronzer shade. Oh, they should sell that all by itself. This is a fantastic palette. And a recent love is HAUS Labs. I have it in light level 3. Gorgeous. This is the bronzer I'm wearing today. HAUS Labs. I really like what HAUS Labs has done since they've been in Sephora. I love everything that I've tried from them on the way of face products. This blush is called Hibiscus Haze. So soft and pretty. I'm wearing it today. Love this blush. It's so pretty. Laura Mercier sent me all their blushes except for this one. This is the one I bought, and I love this one the most. But they're great. That's this shade, Sangria. Those powder blushes are really hard to beat. And this, if I'm wearing sunscreen, this is what I'm grabbing, guys, because it is really light. It's like a moisturizer and a blush tint. Doesn't take much at all. And I'll just put the sunscreen on and then tap this over it and go. And then if I need to reapply, I can just do it again. It doesn't even take a mirror. This one's in Coastline. The Cheek to Chic blushes from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is in Love Glow. I have 3 or 4 of these. This one's really, really faint. Just a flush. Like their powders, really hard to hold on to. I swear, I think they do that on purpose. They want you to drop it, break it, and go buy a new one. Then we come to my most favorite blush formula ever and ever. Amen. Is Hourglass. This one's in Luminous Light. Love Hourglass face powder. Because I love my Hourglass powders so much and my Luminous powders from Lancome and Laura Mercier so much, I just really don't use highlighter as much as some people do. But if you're going to ask me about highlighter, I'm going to tell you there's 3 that I would spend my money on. One is Dior. This one is the one in pink. This is so beautiful. It's just got this pink subtle. In your mature years, you can pull off Dior highlighters. I really do believe that. And I think that's why I love these 3 so much, is because I don't like a blinding, see me from outer space kind of highlighter. I like a highlighter that is subtle and makes me look healthy. And that's why I also love YSL. This is the All Over Glow. Beautiful. This one has more of a yellowish undertone to it. Wrong words. I don't want you to think it's yellow. It's not yellow. It's not pink. Okay, it's more kind of champagne-y. And then the third one is Lancome. This one is in rose gold. It was sent to me a long time ago by Jody of the Fritzy family, and I cherish it. It is just so beautiful. These Urban Decay liquid lips are thebomb.com. They sent me this and 2 others, and I loved it so much I went and bought this. Now, if I'm going to need to be gone all day, it's during the day, want a natural color, I do go for Safe Word. I love the way that thing is shaped, how it goes on. This dries down on my mouth. It's a very natural looking color. I like the packaging. I like how weighted it is. You do need to give it a shake. There's like a little block in there. This one here is called Text Me, and they're both just really pretty. I recommend these for liquid lips. If you want a liquid lip that sticks around and it's not uncomfortable, then there you go. And now we're going to end on straight up lipstick. I have a few of them here that I recommend, and we're not talking about necessarily shades. This formula from Dior is fantastic. Great lipstick. I love it. It goes on, it feels good. This is also a refillable, but I don't take this with me because I'm afraid I'm going to lose the cap. You have to make sure that you're lined up on the right side for this to close. Change that, Dior. Like they give a crap what I think. I'm just picking these up in order of closest to me, not any particular order. This one is from Give Beauty. It is called Screen My Phone Calls, and it is right there. I have it on today. Love this lipstick. Again, this is a refillable lipstick. Nars Audacious. This is beautiful. This is Anna. Since they first come out, I've been in love with the Nars Audacious line. There's a dupe for this one in e.l.f. and I really do like their formula. It's a lot like this. This might be just a little bit thicker. Here it is in Effortless. It's almost the same thing. It's a little creamier than Anna, but Anna is years old. So that could be why, but to me, they look like the same lipstick. They feel like the same lipsticks. Just saying, because it's at Sephora and it's a great lipstick, that I love the Nars Audacious line, and I have several colors from them. I felt a little silly even telling you this because of the dupe from e.l.f., but I'm glad I did because it reminded me of the Power Matte liquid lipsticks from Nars. Holy cow, that's a formula that I didn't tell you about back when I was talking about the liquids because I don't have any here. I used up, and I think I might pick up American Woman again. Holy moly, that was one of my favorite all-time, yes, the Power Mattes are fantastic. Moving right along, I love Charlotte Tilbury's lipsticks. These are the ones from the Matte Revolution line. This one is in Bitch Perfect. I need to pick up a new Pillow Talk because mine's all gone now. This is Laura Mercier's lipstick. This one is in my favorite shade from them. It's Marvelous. I don't know how you say it. It's the French for Marvelous Mauve.
Merveilleuse.
Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? And since we're talking about them, let's talk about Lancome. This is beautiful too. This is shade 264. Is that right? 264. And I mean, the case is a special edition one. The tubes they have right now are saying you push it in, it flunks out. See, this one here I bought at Valentine's Day. Same deal. They look like this now, where they're kind of flared out at the top. But they don't have velvet on them like this one does. But you just push, and it comes out the bottom. It has this vintage looking at the bottom of it. So, yeah. And Natasha Denona's I Need a Nude line. This one is in Jennifer. So, love. These are such wonderful lipsticks. And that concludes it. Those are my picks. Those are the things that I think are worth your money at Sephora. Tell me below, what things do you think are worth my money at Sephora? What haven't I tried or talked about? What do you think of the things I picked? Do you have any of these things? Do you love them as well? Let me know that too. And I'm going to let you know that you are the best part of the Fritzy family. And that if you're not having a blessed day, the way you can get one is to go be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye. And I'm out.
I love it. Mary, stop caressing the stupid bottle. And it's one of those foundations that, oh my gosh, Mary, seriously, don't show people that. I got my elbow on these things, okay? That's what that was, not a fart. Believe it or not, beauty blender. I look good in my Versace dress, even when my hair's a mess. You might want to learn the words, cause that ain't it. No, that ain't it. Capalala, Coca Cabana. Her name was Lola. She loved her makeup, and she would put it on her eyes, and everyone would be surprised. Those stupid turds over at Lancome, that probably wasn't a nice thing to say. I probably will get a Lancome sponsorship calling them turds, right? They're never gonna sponsor me. This one's called Oh my gosh, it fell out. All right, I was a fan. Very good at making it look like you're having a little drama. Why are you talking like that? Making it look like you're having a little drama. That just leaves my mouth, and I know everyone wants it to shut up now. I want it to shut up now. Ugh. Love you, see ya. Bye. And I'm out. Oh, nailed it. Nailed it.